Appetite is not just a matter of willpower, it's a complex hormonal dialogue between the brain and the body, influenced heavily by what we eat and when. At the heart of this conversation are two key hormones: leptin, which signals satiety, and ghrelin, which signals hunger. While both are part of a tightly regulated system designed to maintain energy balance, modern dietary patterns, particularly those high in refined carbs and low in fiber or protein, can disrupt the system, leading to overeating and difficulty in sustaining healthy eating habits. Fortunately, emerging research in nutritional biochemistry shows that strategic food choices can help recalibrate this hormonal axis, often without needing to restrict calories or chase weight loss. One of the most potent dietary tools for improving appetite regulation is protein. High-protein meals increase the release of satiety hormones like peptide YY and GLP-1 while suppressing ghrelin, the primary hunger signal. This hormonal shift leads to a longer-lasting feeling of fullness and reduced calorie intake at subsequent meals, even when individuals eat ad libitum. Unlike high-carb or high-fat meals, which can provoke rapid fluctuations in blood glucose and rebound hunger, protein creates a more stable metabolic profile, reducing cravings and late-day energy crashes. Fiber-rich foods, especially soluble fiber found in oats, legumes, flax seeds, and many fruits and vegetables, also play a powerful role in modulating appetite. These foods slow gastric emptying and promote the release of satiety signals from the gut. Additionally, they nourish gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, which in turn influence the production of leptin and other appetite-regulating hormones. Over time, regular intake of high-fiber meals can support better leptin sensitivity, helping the brain hear the fullness signal more clearly. Ghrelin, which rises before meals and falls after eating, is particularly sensitive to both meal composition and timing. Skipping meals or eating primarily refined carbohydrates can lead to exaggerated ghrelin spikes, making hunger feel more intense and urgent. By contrast, balanced meals with adequate protein, healthy fats, and slow-digesting carbohydrates blunt ghrelin release more effectively. This is why many people find that after switching to a higher-quality diet, their appetite stabilizes even if they're consuming fewer calories overall. It's not about eating less. It's about eating in a way that aligns with the body's hormonal rhythms. Leptin, secreted by fat cells, is also impacted by dietary patterns. In individuals with higher body fat, leptin levels are typically elevated, yet the brain often becomes resistant to its signal, a condition known as leptin resistance. This paradox creates a vicious cycle of continued hunger despite energy sufficiency. Diets rich in anti-inflammatory nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids, polyphenol, and magnesium can help restore leptin sensitivity by reducing systemic inflammation, a known disruptor of leptin signaling. Notably, this improvement in hormone responsiveness can happen even in the absence of weight loss, especially if metabolic inflammation declines. It's also important to recognize that the benefits of these dietary shifts accumulate over time. The hormonal response to food is not just immediate, it adapts based on habitual intake. People who consistently consume diets high in ultra-processed foods often experience blunted satiety signaling, while those who eat whole, minimally processed meals see gradual recalibration of hunger and fullness cues. In this sense, dietary quality becomes a form of metabolic training, teaching the body to respond to food in a way that promotes balance rather than excess. Understanding appetite through the lens of hormonal regulation helps dismantle the myth that self-control is the only answer to overeating. It shows that sustainable dietary change is not about fighting hunger, but about feeding the body in a way that promotes clarity, stability, and trust in internal cues. For those who have struggled with chronic dieting or weight cycling, this insight offers a compassionate alternative. By choosing foods that nourish the hormonal systems governing appetite, it's possible to regain a sense of calm around food, without restriction or shame. This approach doesn't promise dramatic overnight changes, and it doesn't always translate to immediate weight loss. But it does offer something more durable, a way to eat that supports long-term satiety, metabolic resilience, and hormonal alignment. And for many, that's a far more empowering and effective foundation for health than any quick-fix diet can offer.